riding high on waves of change, our new branded theme. The Women of Colour STEM Conference is an opportunity like no other for continuous engagement, collaboration, learning and mentorship at every stage of your career. In STEM, change is the one constant we can count on. By capitalizing on change, the Women of Colour STEM Conference is an incubator for innovation. We are uniquely positioned at the intersection of communication and multiple cultures as a catalyst for shared thought among leading women scientists, technologists, engineers, mathematicians and managers. The synergy that exists here is unrivaled. In seminars, in general sessions, during breaks, each time spent together, our waves of change represent opportunities for the intersection of communication and knowledge among women from a myriad of global backgrounds that, together, produce new insights and innovation. Here at Women of Colour, the movement of people and the convergence of technology, business and management are giving rise to more intersections than ever that help us produce our next level of leaders in corporate America and government. The result of one such intersection is the emergence of nanotechnology that's attracting many women to the field, the realm of atoms and nanostructures. This is a world so small it is measured in nanometers, 1/1000th of a meter. Likewise, with the expansion of existing technologies, like those in healthcare and cybersecurity, and the growth of new ones, comes the need to create business models to manage them. The key is our convergence of opportunity and ideas. Nowhere is that more possible than right here at the Women of Colour STEM Conference, the essence and intersection of innovation. Women of Colour, waves of change. Ride the waves.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 17th anniversary of the Women of Color STEM Conference Awards Gala, a multicultural event sponsored by Chrysler Group, LLC. In keeping with our multicultural celebration, each year, our Women of Color entertainment features the richness of cultures around the world. We began with a slightly different twist as a tribute to the contortions we women go through in our multitasking lives. The contortion duo demonstrated precision, balance, power, and grace as they performed seemingly superhuman feats. Sound familiar, ladies? From the Lone Star Circus, that was Olivia and Alyssa. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to the automotive industry leadership, here's the Chrysler executive who's responsible for ensuring all the systems, component engineering, and advanced vehicle development run so well. Please welcome the Senior Vice President of Engineering for Chrysler Group, LLC, imported from Detroit, Mark Chernoby.
All right, now come the old guys. There will be no more contortions. Good evening. I'm honored to be here with you tonight to celebrate this occasion. Chrysler Group has sponsored this event for years because of what it stands for, and we're proud to return as the sponsor this year. We gather here for this occasion to recognize the contributions and accomplishments of 20 exceptional women. The women we honor tonight have successfully overcome challenges to excel in their careers, community service, affirmative action, and innovation and technology. They are models of leadership that we should all strive to emulate. We at Chrysler Group have faced and overcome a few challenges of our own. Let's take a look back at the commercial that started it all.
I got a question for you. What does this city know about luxury? Huh? What does a town that's been to hell and back know about the finer things in life? Well, I'll tell you, more than most. You see, it's the hottest fires that make the hardest steel. Add hard work and conviction, and the know-how that runs generations deep in every last one of us. That's who we are. That's our story. Now, it's probably not the one you've been reading in papers, the one being written by folks who've never even been here and don't know what we're capable of. Because when it comes to luxury, it's as much about where it's from as who it's for. Now, we're from America, but this isn't New York City, or the Windy City, or Sin City, and we're certainly no one's Emerald City.
This is the Motor City, and this is what we do.
So yes, we are definitely imported from Detroit. Yes, hard work and conviction is not only a motto for Detroit, but also the men and women of Chrysler. It's who we are. These are attributes, themes that each of you should take forward to overcome the challenges that you face today and will face in the future. Let's close with taking a look at a more recent spot for the new 300S.
You could go harder.
When you have the style, the look, the sound, there's no question you're destined to break through. The new Chrysler 300S with Beats Audio. Because this is what we do.
This is hard.
Yes, great product and innovation such as the Beats Audio is who we are. It's an absolute privilege to be with the leaders in this room that are destined to bring the world breakthrough products and innovation. Thank you for coming, and before we continue, I want to acknowledge how much we at Chrysler appreciate the men and women in uniform who make our freedoms possible. I'm proud to say that joining me on stage is the gentleman who's responsible for building, buying, and maintaining our United States Navy's ships, submarines, and combat systems. Naval Sea Systems Command, the largest of the Navy's 5 system commands, accounts for 1/4 of the Navy's entire budget. Please welcome the man in charge, the commander of the Naval Sea Systems Command, Vice Admiral Kevin McCoy.
Mark's supposed to stay up here.
I guess I'm supposed to stay. So much for scripts. This morning at the Women of Color Awards Breakfast, we presented special recognition awards to outstanding and accomplished members of the STEM community. We would also like to honor them tonight as they gather on stage. When you hear your name, please join me so I can congratulate you, and then please remain for a group photo.
From AT&T, Rhonda Brown. From the Boeing Company, Connie Summers. From the Boeing Company, Pramila M. Chaco. From CACI International, Kim Meminger. From Corning Incorporated, Monica Rodriguez Brown. From Lockheed Martin Corporation, Mershelle Davis. From Lockheed Martin Corporation, Desiree Stearns. From the MITRE Corporation, Geetha Elengical. From Northrop Grumman Corporation, Lucy Paliwoda. From Sprint, Monica Pampalia. From Walmart, Robin Forbes. From NASA Langley Research Center, Dolly McCown. From Halliburton, Maria Castillo. From the United States Department of the Army, Yolanda Maldonado Echeverria. From IBM Corporation, Irene Hernandez Roberts. Congratulations.
Before I introduce military members, I just found out before coming up here that those two young ladies who did those contortions were teenagers. It's almost hard to believe. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm especially proud to introduce 4 distinguished members of our military service who are also honored this morning. When I call your names, please join us on the stage. From the United States Marine Corps, Sergeant Major Keisha Jordan. From Naval Air Systems Command, Cam Chin Donahue. From the Naval Air Systems Command, Holly D. Kellogg. And from my very own Naval Sea Systems Command, Dr. Valerie Martin Stewart.
Congratulations again to you all. Ladies and gentlemen, a reminder to be sure to watch Women of Color TV on Channel 3 in your Hilton Anatole hotel rooms. For now, we invite you to please enjoy your dinner and the powerful estrogen at your tables. Welcome from Career Communications, Gwen Bethia.
Hello. Southwest Airlines is the official airline and proud supporter of the Women of Color STEM Conference. Stop searching for low fares and start traveling. Go to southwest.com, the only place to find all of Southwest Airlines low fares to the places that you love. And now we have a pair of tickets to give away. So here's what I want you to do. Check under your saucer and look for the dot to see if you're a winner. Wait, but guess what? To be our real winner, you also have to have the Southwest logo. Now, who's our winner? We have a winner? Wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
What's your name?
Lou Charles. Lou Charles.
Lou Charles is our Southwest Airlines ticket winner.
Now, what better time than after dinner to introduce our next featured entertainment? Persian dance describes dance styles indigenous to Iran. Here are highly skilled performers who bring you Raqs Sharki, a commonly performed at weddings and formal events. Ladies and gentlemen, we bring you Persian belly dance by Harem Jewel.
قصه بودن تو هیچ دردی رو دوا نکرد شبم سیاه و پس آخه این عشق بود یا قفس میون عشق و هوس زدی تو ساز دل یه نفس آی از هوس وای از هوس ای داد ای وای از هوس آی از هوس وای از هوس ای داد ای وای از هوس
دیشب مثل هر شب
دیشب مثل
U.S. Navy Vice Admiral Michelle Janine Howard recently became the first black female 3-star officer and the first African-American woman to command a U.S. Navy battleship. With her new role as Deputy Commander, U.S. Fleet Forces, she marks another milestone in her illustrious career. Born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, MIT graduate Dr. April Erickson was the first woman and the first African-American woman to receive a PhD in mechanical engineering from Howard University, and the first African-American woman to receive a PhD in engineering at the NASA Goddard Space Flight Center.
Ladies and gentlemen, now to present the Career Achievement in Industry Award. If you want to feel secure, rub shoulders with our next presenter. He's responsible for all BAE Systems IT policy, security, and execution, and leads the development and implementation of information technology strategy across the enterprise. Please welcome Senior Vice President of Information Management and CIO for BAE Systems, Michael Bennett.
Good evening. Early on, Denise Russell Fleming found her niche in putting technology to work in the marketplace. At BAE Systems, she is responsible for driving value, efficiency, and cost savings in the use of business technology across the company. Previously, she held executive positions at Sprint Nextel. Some of her major achievements include developing a $1.2 billion strategic marketing plan in the face of eroding share and gearing up a sales force to manage the competition. She also delivered $74 million in cost savings, a service by negotiating agreements with US-based telecom carriers. I'm proud and pleased to present Denise Russell Fleming.
Thank you. As a young girl, I had big dreams that went beyond my Jamaica, Queens, New York apartment complex. My passion for science and math were pivotal in my journey. Instead of pursuing research like my engineering classmates, my niche was applying technology to increase a business's efficiency and differentiation in the marketplace. Focusing in this arena enabled me to achieve my goal to become a corporate officer, thanks to parents who encouraged me, mentors who guided me, my husband who supports me, and my children who inspire me. I've been blessed. To young women on their STEM journey, stay the course and dream big. Thank you.
To introduce our next Career Achievement in Industry Award, no one defines the expression, "the sky's the limit," better than our next presenter. She's one of the highest-ranking African-American women in the aerospace industry and the 2006 Black Engineer of the Year. Please welcome the Executive Vice President of Information Systems and Global Solutions, a $10 billion business area for Lockheed Martin Corporation, Linda Gooden.
Stephanie Hill's Lockheed Martin career spans more than 25 years of achievement. She is currently responsible for 10,000 employees and over 900 contracts worldwide. Her vast portfolio includes innovating and managing technologies and infrastructure that support the National Science Foundation and its multinational research mission in Antarctica. She works closely with the Federal Aviation Administration to help modernize the systems that monitor and manage 60% of the world's commercial air traffic. And she ensures that the Social Security Administration delivers millions of dollars in payments accurately and on time to its beneficiaries. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to present Stephanie Hill.
Thank you, Linda. In high school, I knew what I wanted to do with my life, and that was to become a psychiatrist. That was before I took software programming in college and fell in love. In pursuing this career, I never dreamed I'd work on PTIDS, a surveillance system that mothers in Afghanistan called the angel in the sky, because they don't let their children play outside when PTIDS wasn't flying. Or that I'd work with the CDC and the National Stockpile Program, providing needed medicine and supplies to emergency situations around the world. I am truly blessed to be a part of all of this and grateful for my family's unwavering support.
Here to present our Affirmative Action Award is the man who knows all about action firsthand. He manages all 38 of the United States Army's missile systems. Please welcome Commanding General of the United States Army Test and Evaluation Command, Major General Gennaro J. Della Rocco.
Dr. Victoria Dixon is a catalyst for change in the United States Army. She is responsible for ensuring that the command provides and maintains affirmative action, an affirmative action program of equal opportunity for all employees and applicants. She champions education and workplace excellence for over 10,000 employees from diverse backgrounds while promoting an inclusive environment that maximizes the potential of all employees. She also encourages units to hire from the Wounded Warrior Project and is actively involved in Army events held at the nation's historically black colleges and universities, Hispanics serving institutions, tribal colleges, and other minority institutions. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to present Victoria Dixon.
I said I wasn't going to cry, and I said I was going to try to stay on script, but I just want to say thank God and thank all of you for supporting me. I was taught a lot of positive things growing up, but two of them stand out. My God-given name is Queen Victoria, and as a queen, I learned to always help others. In doing so, there is nothing you can't achieve. I was taught that adversity is one of the many reasons in life to be successful. I also learned to accept and love people from all walks of life, no matter whom or what they look like. Because my grandmother instilled in me that being tan all year round is a good thing. Thank you.
Innovation is at the heart of technology, and no one knows that better than our next presenter, who is the Director of Domestic Experimentation for Phantom Works, that's taking the Boeing Company to new capabilities and markets. To present our Community Service Award, please welcome Stephen E. Cameron.
In 2003, Sandra Burton joined Boeing in the U.S. Navy Unmanned Systems Group. Now in Phantom Works, she performs technical analyses to support planning and execution for Department of Defense capabilities. But Sandra's outstanding community work is equally impressive. Among many contributions that improved countless family lives, she chaired a computer initiative that introduced the benefits of technology to Black congregations in rural communities. In 2001, Sandra founded the Emmanuel Community Center, a nonprofit organization which actively works with K-12 students to improve their basic academic skills and STEM preparedness, plus helps parents learn financial literacy and other life skills. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to present Sandra Burton.
My love of math and desire to help others led me to fulfill both these needs through founding the Emmanuel Community Center. My motivation for starting this nonprofit was driven by the passion I experienced as a co-ed seeing promising African-American engineering students fall by the wayside because they were ill-equipped. This had a profound negative impact on their lives financially and otherwise. Engineers solve problems, and here was my way of making a difference and providing them with the sea change they deserve for their future. Thanks to my family, friends, colleagues, and co-workers for making this day possible. Thank you.
Our United States Coast Guard counts on the leadership of our next award presenter, who oversees its critical mission support needs, from human resources, engineering, and logistics, to information technology, acquisitions, and 13 support bases around the nation. So it's only natural that he presents our Managerial Leadership in Government Award. Please welcome the Deputy Commandant for Mission Support for the United States Coast Guard, Vice Admiral Manson Brown.
Good evening. Nikita Brown is the technical director for a $5.6 billion Homeland Security project to build the Coast Guard's newest ship, the National Security Cutter. This is the most complex and capable ship the Coast Guard has ever built. Nikita is responsible for ensuring that the shipbuilder satisfies all technical requirements. In 2011, she guided her team through a complex effort to attain authority to operate all communications and intelligence equipment aboard our second national security cutter. Her leadership was crucial to ensuring the highest readiness of all ship systems and enabled the cutter to begin operational patrols. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to present a Coast Guard colleague of distinction, Ms. Nikita Brown.
Good evening. As a member of the Science, Engineering, Communications, Mathematics, and Enrichment Club during high school, science challenged me, engineering intrigued me, communication motivated me, math was my passion, and technology aligned with my future. While serving in the Air Force as a cryptologist, I constantly used my math and communication skills, which reignited my desire for engineering and technology. This helped me realize that the only constant is change and that technology is the universal driver. I knew embracing technology allows me to continue to serve the country I love and cherish, for service can motivate and promote change. Thank you.
To present our next Managerial Leadership in Government Award, please welcome back Vice Admiral Kevin McCoy.
Today is the Navy's 237th birthday. And while we're enjoying this terrific evening together, over 150 ships are deployed around the world, keeping the peace, keeping the sea lanes of communication and trade open, and preserving the American way of life. Lieutenant Commander Donna Johnson knows how to manage people and places. She has spent 10 of her 19 military years in expeditionary support, conducting missions in Kuwait, Iraq, Antarctica, Haiti, Morocco, Norway, Latvia, Bahrain, South Korea, Spain, and the United States. Ask her anything you want about preparing personnel for travel in a variety of locales, how long it takes to offload a ship of 350 containers carrying food supplies for a devastated area, or how to move people safely from one area to the next, and she'll tell you. Ladies and gentlemen, on the Navy's 237th birthday, please help me welcome Lieutenant Commander Donna Johnson.
Remember where you came from. This was my grandfather's advice before I left for boot camp 22 years ago. I thought he meant don't forget the one caution light town of Sepahban, North Carolina, or that each summer we crop tobacco, or that I'm an American Indian. But the wisdom of his second grade education meant much more than something tangible. I came from loving God with all that I have and loving people the same way I choose to be loved despite any challenge. And all that I am is because of him and the firm foundation of a loving family. Thank you.
The Mexican ballet, Folklorico, reflects various regions and folk music genres of Mexico and Jalisco style, resulting from Spanish influence during colonization. The men wore the big sombreros, and the women wore ranchero-designed dresses with unmistakable Indian-influenced bright-colored ribbons. Please welcome the young, talented performers of the Anita Martinez Ballet, Folklorico.
Santa Rita!
Sharita Caesar was the highest-ranking black female engineer in Motorola's Paging Products Group before joining Comcast Communications, where she is currently Vice President of NITO P&I National Video Deployment Engineering. Dai Lone Lee was the first woman and the first Asian American elected senior fellow at Texas Instruments. Since 2000, she has been Digital Signal Processor Advanced Technology Ramp Manager, assisting with product execution on advanced technology nodes, and holds more than 20 patents.
Ladies and gentlemen, to introduce the Managerial Leadership in Industry Award, please welcome back Mark Chernoby.
I've known Ola Bisi since she joined Chrysler in 2004. As chief engineer for the 2011 Chrysler Town & Country minivans and Dodge Grand Caravan, she headed engineering activities for both of those new launches. Under her guidance, the Chrysler Town & Country won the 2011 J.D. Power Best Initial Quality Award in the minivan segment. Among her previous management positions, she served as Director of the Powertrain Product Engineering Program Management and Director of Engineering Planning and Technical Cost Reduction. Ola Bisi Boyle's dedication, determination, and perseverance have afforded her with significant achievements, both personally and professionally. She has an ability to simultaneously inspire those around her and lead change. This makes her a highly valued member of the Chrysler Executive Leadership Team. Please join me in congratulating Ola Bisi Boyle.
My company, Chrysler, has been through some change recently. But one thing that I've found is that change can provide great opportunity. I got the chance to lead an engineering team to develop our 2011 minivan that went on to win external third-party recognition for quality. But more importantly, that change experience taught me when you're up against trouble, and sometimes we all are, consider a few things. Prepare to weather the storm, but then seize that change and recognize it for the opportunity that it is. While things may seem dark at that time, it is during those times that you find strength and you build character. And when you look back on those times of great change, you'll find this story about huge effort, great preparation, and ultimately, significant accomplishment. My thoughts to you about change is when you see it, seize it, and then go out there and make your story. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of women making waves, here is the chair of the Women of Color Alumni Committee. She's the Senior Enterprise Architect and Senior Systems Engineer at Booz Allen Hamilton, Toni Corbett.
Good evening. Last year marked the first meeting of the Women of Color Alumni Committee. We are driven by our collective passion and vision to do everything we can to raise up and support the recognition of the magnificent women who are honored at these events. I want to take a moment to acknowledge the members of my committee who are represented by Aerotech, Booz Allen Hamilton, IBM Corporation, Northrop Grumman Corporation, the Barthwell Group, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, and Army Technology Test, Evaluation, and Command. Would the members please stand? If you're a previous award winner who wants to get involved, please send an email to the address on the screen, publisher@ccgmag.com. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, from our Women of Color STEM Conference co-host, the Senior Vice President of Human Resources and Administration for General Dynamics, Walter Oliver.
General Dynamics has proven the strength of its diverse portfolio and has established itself as a global leader in business aviation, combat systems, shipbuilding, and mission-critical information systems and technology. General Dynamics endeavors to deliver the highest quality products and services and to foster a culture of continuous improvement, innovation, and integrity across its 4 business groups.
Well, on behalf of General Dynamics, I want to say what a pleasure it is to be here to support the professional and personal growth that takes place at the Women of Color STEM Conference through educational seminars, workshops, and award events like this. At General Dynamics, we pride ourselves in being a market leader in aerospace, combat systems, information systems and technology, and marine systems. But our success is all about our people. That's why we're here. We need you because your efforts support STEM, business, and management pipelines. Your accomplishments are essential to our industries. You are a prime example of women who have created your own oceans of opportunity for ways of change. And you are ultimately the role models for the upcoming generations. Every time we applaud an awardee tonight, we create another one. Helping and mentoring our young people is vital to the ongoing commitment that's a part of this conference. But it just doesn't happen these 3 days in Dallas. It's a year-long process and pledge, and I applaud you for making a priority of raising younger colleagues through your wisdom and counsel. I congratulate you for helping the Women of Color Conference continue to educate and spread the word to others how much important it is for STEM careers and the ocean of opportunities that await them. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, to present the Corporate Responsibility Award, here's a woman who's an expert at corporate leadership, an accomplished banker, lawyer, and management executive. She's the founder and CEO of a highly successful company that provides strategic management guidance to major clients through the nation. Please welcome the Chief Executive Officer of the Barthwell Group and the recipient of the 2011 Women of Color Entrepreneur Leadership Award, Dr. Akosia Barthwell Evans.
Good evening. Rhonda Mims charted a new course for ING America's philanthropic and multicultural efforts, expanding the company's outreach. She oversees workforce diversity, corporate responsibility, and philanthropy with a focus on children's education, financial literacy, and environmental sustainability. Among her many successes, she connected ING's business with social issues and carried forth her vision of the firm's signature program, the ING Girls Inc. Investment Challenge, that educates girls across the country about money management and awards college scholarships. She's a trustee for America's Promise, the nation's largest partnership dedicated to improving the lives of young people. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to present Rhonda Mims.
Good evening. It is indeed a pleasure to be here with all of you. I'm in awe of your presence, so I thank you for joining us this evening. At ING US, we're committed to helping Americans grow, protect, and enjoy their savings across all major life stages. That's why our active engagement and the creation of our financial literacy partnerships is so important to me. Of course, like most of you, I've had my own professional challenges. Recent market volatility and change management have resulted in limited resources of people and money, and has forced me to become more creative as I continue to deliver impactful results. Understanding that change is constant, maintaining a positive attitude, staying focused and strategic, and knowing we're all on this journey together have contributed to my success. And more importantly, having a loving and supportive family to guide me and to cheer me from the sidelines. So I thank all of you who've provided encouraging words over the years, because without you, I wouldn't have achieved what I have achieved. There's more work to be done, and I'm going to continue to fight. So thank you for this honor.
As the world's largest retailer and the nation's largest employer, Walmart relies on technology to function, which is reflected in the responsibilities of our next presenter, who oversees the company's global technology systems, from stores and clubs to supply chain merchandising and enterprise platforms. Presenting the Women of Color Media and IT Leadership Award is Walmart's Executive Vice President and Chief Information Officer for the Information Systems Division, Karen Ann Terrell.
Fumbi Chima is an example at Walmart of both spectacular leadership, innovation, as well as down-to-earth authenticity. Her overall leadership profile in managing our merchandising system, the heart of retail, has been outstanding. Today, she is the Vice President of International Integration. She manages the integration of countries in Central America, and most recently is spending all of her time in Brazil in an $11 billion integration. Please welcome Fumbi Chima.
Thank you, Karen. As I grew up as a tomboy
with a family of 5 girls and a boy in the UK. My parents, immigrants of Nigeria, who were professionals, but taught us that we could succeed in a hard place despite challenges. Unfortunately, I lost my father early on. But this wave of change taught me to stand on my own as I watched my own mother raise 6 children alone. As an Afro-Caribbean in the workforce, I carry this attitude with me in creating a wave and a way in which a family could find a fulfilling career and yet have a family as well. STEM and Walmart provided this opportunity, and I'm grateful to both. Thank you.
To present our Professional Achievement in Government Award, please welcome back Vice Admiral Manson Brown.
In 1976, when America's service academies announced that they were opening their doors to women, Sandra Stows was a junior in high school. She was intrigued by the possibility of a career at sea. She followed her heart and a year later entered as a cadet at the United States Coast Guard Academy. More than 30 years later, she made history by returning to the academy as superintendent, which is the equivalent of a university president or chancellor. Her leadership in managing change in organizations truly makes her action-oriented. Among her many, many notable achievements, she implemented a STEM mentor and leadership project in partnership with HBCUs. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to present a Coast Guard character in action, a true American pioneer, Rear Admiral Sandra L. Stows.
Thank you. I was a shy teenager, but playing sports and receiving a high school education rich in science and math prepared me for success. My father was a scientist, and I dreamed of becoming a biologist, zoologist, or anything ending in oologist. As a member of only the 3rd class of women admitted to the Coast Guard Academy, I rode waves of change. Now women comprise 1/3 of the Cadet Corps. The Coast Guard provided me equal access and parity from the start. Through hard work and perseverance, I rose to become the first female superintendent of a Federal Service Academy. Thank you.
As our next presenter knows, the nation's transportation systems are intimately dependent on technology. He heads CH2M Hill's transportation sector, one of the company's 5 areas of expertise that also include water, environmental, energy, and facilities and resource. Here to present the Professional Achievement in Industry Award is an industry leader who is president of the Transportation Business Group for CH2M Hill Incorporated, Terry Rule.
How do you follow that? I'm very happy to be here. Janet Walker is an exceptional woman with 23 years of experience as an executive and with a tremendous amount of leadership experience. She joined us. I'm so fortunate that she came on board within the last year. She's the deputy program manager within our the Philadelphia Airport Improvement Program, which is probably the most difficult program that we have within the world. She's an exceptional individual. In addition to her professional success, what makes Janet exceptional is her commitment to the communities she serves, and within the realm of being an exceptional individual with what we can, within Seastrom Hill, we are so excited to have her on board with her interest in promoting STEM, and we're just so excited. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so proud to present my best hire the last year is Janet Walker.
Good evening, and thank you so very much, Terry. And to my mom and to my daughter, Shayla, thank you for being here. I am deeply honored for this award. I've been blessed, as all of you have, my colleagues that have been awarded tonight, with waves of change and oceans of opportunity. From early childhood, I've lived in diverse cultures and countries around the world with diverse mentors of race and gender. You know, a non-minority male professor encouraged me to explore something unfamiliar for the time, with little representation from women, particularly women of color. That would be information technology. You know, he advised it would provide unlimited possibilities for women, women of color. I took that leap of faith, and I'm here today understanding the importance of paying it forward. I've been relentless in mentoring women towards STEM careers. Thank you, and God bless.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you want to know how to run a first-rate engineering college at a major university, you call in our next guest, whose innovative leadership is responsible for many graduate success stories. Please welcome the Dean of the College of Engineering at Prairie View A&M University, one of our Women of Color STEM Conference hosts, Dr. Kendall Harris.
They wouldn't let me do the PV, you know, but that's okay. Good evening, everyone. Well, good evening, everyone. Wake up now. Okay, we gotta wake you up. First of all, let's give a round of applause for this great band, Rodney Bowens Entertainment. I'm sure they did not get the memo, but it's okay. They did not bring me out with James Brown, but we're gonna work on that, band. We're gonna work on that. It's great to be here tonight to acknowledge another group of winners. As you know, one of the goals of this program is to involve our next generation of students. Dr. Tyrone Taborn works diligently to ensure that students are a part of this program. Last night, we held the Student Leadership Award dinner that celebrated some of America's most outstanding young women and men. I tell you, people, if you weren't here, you missed a treat. I was so amazed that I offer them all scholarships to come to Prairie View. I'd like you to meet some of these awardees now. When you hear your name, please come join me on the stage for one more great photo.
From Oklahoma State University, Jordan Knight. From Brock's Community College, Alex Luma. From University of Texas at Arlington, Wendy Okolo. From Medgar Evers College, Ahmed Nuhar. From University of Texas at Dallas, Prirana Prakash. From the U.S. Coast Guard Academy, Carol Yin. From the U.S. Naval Academy, Tiara Daniels. And from the United States Military Academy, Giovanna Camacho. It's safe to say that if it weren't for the technical and managerial expertise of our next presenter, our naval aviation enterprise could risk being grounded. She is responsible for 7 fleet readiness centers engaged in aviation maintenance, repair, and overhaul services, and for overseeing logistic support for fielded and developmental aviation systems. To present the Technical Innovation in Government Award, please welcome the Commander of Fleet Readiness Centers and Naval Air Systems Command Assistant Commander for Logistics and Industrial Operations, Rear Admiral C.J. James.
When the U.S. military needs an access and ordnance item with minimal environmental impact, Therese's unique perspective supports this assessment and led to the innovation of the Rapid Breakdown Excision tool known as RABBIT. Designed in conjunction with 2 others, it was patented in 2001. Therese's huge influence is evident on every missile system developed and supported at our weapons division, including the Sidewinder, HARM, Trident, and Tomahawk. She successfully bridged the gap between research and production that has been critical to the ability of those programs to provide effective, cost-efficient weapons. I am proud to present Therese Atizamore.
Thank you, Admiral, and thank all of you for being here. I've been blessed by many opportunities. My father always told me you can do anything that you set your mind to. These words have been the impetus I have needed to drive myself a little harder, to put in the extra hours when needed, which helped propel me through the many challenges that I faced. Just as a storm can churn up nutrients and grains of sand that both sustain the life and irritate the oyster, if you face your challenges with the opportunity to grow from the experience, you too can produce pearls which will form the legacy of your careers. So thank you very much.
To present our next Technical Innovation in Government Award, we go to an expert in intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance, and targeting. Please welcome the Vice President of Military and Civil Space Programs, Electronic Systems Sector for Northrop Grumman Corporation, Steve Toner.
Good evening. Dr. Helen Chuang has always been comfortable asking questions. Within a year of her joining Northrop Grumman, I sat in a meeting where she correctly challenged our lead optical physicist and our chief scientist because she had spotted something in the on-orbit telemetry from our new space sensor that they had missed. Her inquiring mind has been the source of numerous innovations, including using polymers on medical implants, which can increase their success rate and improve the quality of life. She then led a team to successfully commercial this technology. I am very proud to present Dr. Helen Chuang.
We've all experienced changes in life that are out of our control. The key, as I have learned, is knowing that we have control over how we respond to the changes. My strategy for maintaining sanity through turbulent times involves staying positive, maintaining an open mind, and being proactive. And this means believing in what doesn't kill me makes me stronger, asking why not instead of why, and having intentions for my own actions instead of expectations for other people. Some say that changes in life are like waves of the ocean. If so, I say get a surfboard and have a blast. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the form of classical dance that is reflective of recounting the stories from Hindu scripture is called Thilana. Typically signified by its slow, fast tempo progression, Thilana is highlighted by complex footwork, vivid costuming, and rhythmic play within the tempo. From Azusa, California, please welcome Paulomi Pandit.
Dr. Lena M. Echeverria, one of the foremost researchers in applications for inorganic materials and glass, was the first woman accepted into the geological engineering program at Escuela Nacional de Minas, Colombia's largest public university. An innovation leadership consultant, she is former vice president of Corning Incorporated. Bessie Blount, who said, "A black woman can invent something for the benefit of humankind," was a physical therapist that worked with soldiers injured in World War II and patented a device that allowed amputees to feed themselves. One of the earliest chemical engineers was Taputi Bella Tekala, who was a perfume maker in Babylon around 1200 BC. Around the 2nd century AD, Miriam the alchemist invented laboratory equipment, including the 3-armed still and water bath, known in French as bain-marie, which is still used today.
More than 25 years ago, President Ronald Reagan challenged the U.S. scientific community to develop anti-ballistic missile technologies that would improve our national security. Today, the Missile Defense Agency, led by our next presenter, continues to then answer that challenge. Here to present our Outstanding Technical Contribution in Government Award is the Executive Director of the Missile Defense Agency, John James.
Good evening. Amber Kirby is making her mark in defense of space. As the world's ballistic missile threat from lasers and space-based weapons continues to grow in size and intensity, she is actively involved in developing, testing, and fielding our nation's ballistic missile defense system. She has already earned recognition for leading 300 men and women through complicated, wide-ranging systems-level ground tests, overcoming numerous technical challenges for the execution in the process. She successfully orchestrated integration of 23 different major weapon systems critical to the missile defense assessment and ensured delivery within budget and on schedule. I'm proud to present Amber Kirby.
Mr. James. I wasn't born to a wealthy, scholarly, or well-connected family. I believe I got this far by living some simple rules that were ingrained in me early on. First, everything happens for a reason. There is a plan for each of us, so trust in your life's plan. Second, always live with integrity. If someone speaks badly of you, live so that no one believes it. Do what's right, not what's easy. And last, if something can be done, you can do it. I'm not the most physical person, I'm not the smartest, and I'm definitely not the most talented, but I know that there is nothing that I cannot do. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, to present our next Outstanding Technical Contribution in Government Award, please welcome back Rear Admiral C.J. James.
Michelle Bowie is an exceptional computer scientist who has earned numerous certifications in database and web service architecture, networking, security, and operating systems. Her contributions have significantly increased port security at installations throughout the West Coast of the United States. She designs, develops, and supports intelligence and surveillance information gathering systems for anti-terrorism and force protection and homeland security projects. These projects perform automated tracking and detection of targets of interest, transmission of surveillance and sensor data information. She has been instrumental in providing public safety through marine and ground sensors. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to present Michelle Bowie.
My parents did not have the opportunity to go to school. Because of this, they always encourage us to become educated and strive for a better life. I was also inspired by my aunts and uncle's success to education. We immigrated to the U.S. from Vietnam, hoping for greater opportunities for education and jobs. I worked my way through bachelor and master degrees, knowing that higher education could open more doors to me. I chose to work as spyware for the U.S. Navy because I wanted to give back to the country that had bettered my family's lives. Thank you.
These days, we hear a lot of talk about network-centric products and systems that serve our information age. Our next presenter is a general manager on the front lines of it all. To present the Outstanding Technical Contribution in Industry Award, please welcome the General Manager of General Dynamics Corporation, Corey Bickmore.
Good evening. Neha Khanna makes significant contributions to the development of General Dynamics satellite communications, now the fastest growing method for transmitting and receiving information via television, telephone, and internet. She supports our new tactical control system called the Model 323T Terminal Control Systems. Working with engineers skilled in computer science, communications, electrical, and mechanical engineering, she is bringing to market the most advanced and tactical control systems that's saving lives in the tactical situations with uninterrupted communications. Neha's expertise helps advance satellite communications by locating and then maintaining contact with satellites in orbit. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very proud to introduce Neha Khanna.
Good evening, everyone. It has been truly a humbling experience to be recognized in a company of such distinguished colleagues. I joined General Dynamics right after college as an anxious rookie engineer, unsure of my abilities. Over the years, I have learned that the fear of failure and thoughts of inadequacy hinder your performance, and the only thing that was stopping me was me. I would like to thank the product teams for their support and contribution, and General Dynamics for creating an environment that encourages collaboration of new ideas and perspectives. Personally, this award is a huge boost of motivation. Thank you all.
In building a smarter planet, IBM is reframing the way it looks at business so we can anticipate rather than merely react. Because the more we know, the more we want to change everything. Helping to guide the effort is the presenter of our next Outstanding Technical Contribution in Industry Award. Please welcome the Vice President of Solutions and Global Technical Sales for IBM Corporation, Holly Unland.
During Teresa Brown's more than 20-year career at IBM, she's made a name for herself within our company and also across the enterprise storage development industry. Currently, she is lead architect for the IBM Enterprise Storage Flash Copy Enhancement that has contributed $150 million in revenue over the last 3 years. Co-author of the winning patent for IBM's 2008 Women Inventor Patent Challenge, she holds 5 patents and has 5 pending applications in data backup and replication. The youngest of 10 siblings, hers is the first generation to graduate high school and college. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to present Teresa Brown.
To be here. The opportunities I've been given with IBM made me venture beyond my comfort zone towards change. I wasn't looking for these opportunities because honestly, I wasn't confident enough. But my management team trusted me more than I trusted myself. With a nudge from them, I made the move. Before I realized it, my career was on a different and exhilarating path. My confidence increased, and so did my career opportunities. Try stepping out of your comfort zone when opportunity arises. This might be the change you need to boost your career and change your life. Thank you.
Now, it's my honor to present the President's Award. Romelia Flores is one of IBM's top 500 engineers, top 60 women engineers, and a member of IBM's Academy of Technology leadership team. She leads client projects focused on designing IBM Smarter Planet solutions. Among these are the IBM Smarter Cities Challenge, New Orleans Business Analytics, the 311-911 image and video integration with city systems, the Beijing Global Rail Innovation Center, and Energy Emissions Dashboard. Romelia is also the co-creator of the IBM Asset Factory that's focused on our future asset reuse strategy. Romelia is an IBM Master Inventor with 13 US patents and 20 patent applications. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm incredibly proud to present Romelia Flores.
Good evening. I've always remembered my mother's advice. Haz lo mejor que puedas. Do your very best. Today, I do my very best as one of IBM's top engineers, delivering and inventing technical solutions for clients and creating leading-edge tools and asset strategies for IBM. I've had the pleasure of cultivating inventors in the United States and Latin America while providing significant community outreach. Though the number of my female coworkers has significantly increased, the percentage of females reaching the highest levels of technical leadership has not. So ladies, let's do our very best. Let's keep making waves and breaking down all those barriers. Thank you.
To present the Career Achievement in Government Award, please welcome back Rear Admiral C.J. James.
Betty Moody is a pioneer. She excelled in a STEM field that had few women at the time she was hired, and a woman of color, physicist, was rare still. Yet she proved time and time again that her expertise in energetics was unmatched. Among her many stellar contributions, she played a vital role in support of non-destructive testing for weapons such as the Marine-launched Trident and Polaris missiles, ensuring they were efficient to fulfill their mission. She was instrumental in converting a Polaris motor from film to digitized, computerized tomography that allows more efficient target inspection. I am very proud to present Betty Moody.
Thank you, Admiral. My career reminds me of a butterfly's metamorphosis, which is all about change. As a young scientist, I was the proverbial caterpillar, voraciously eating and retaining knowledge from those I met and worked with. My knowledge grew with each challenging project. Then I needed to change and grow again, so I retreated to my cocoon. Emerging to compete with others required struggling through hardships to develop a body that was hard, yet flexible to changes around me. Now I soar high, yet still light low to spread the pollen of my knowledge to upcoming generations of scientists and engineers. Thank you.
Our next presenter of the Career Achievement in Government Award has nearly 30 years of management and leadership experience with some of the world's largest firms, as well as her own successful energy, IT, and healthcare consulting firm. Please give a warm welcome to the woman that President Obama selected and the U.S. Senate confirmed to be the Director of the Office of Economic Impact and Diversity for the U.S. Department of Energy, the Honorable Dot Harris.
Good evening. Dr. Karina Edmonds joined the Department of Energy, DOE, in 2010 as the Secretary of Energy's principal advisor. At the start, she examined barriers that existed to getting technology easily adopted and increased the private sector collaboration with DOE's 22 national laboratories. Her many innovative efforts are increasing the visibility of technology transfer activities across the federal government and private sector. She works closely with scientists, entrepreneurs, small and large companies. She spearheads the option programs to increase startups and spin-off for DOE's labs by speeding up the process from the lab to the private sector. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to introduce Dr. Karina Edmonds.
Thank you, Dot, and good evening, everyone. I stand here tonight as a poster child for STEM programs. Thanks to the wonderful programs that I participated in starting in the 7th grade, which completely changed my life through meeting engineers whose exciting work benefited society. I wanted to do the same in what seemed endless opportunities. Every engineer I met was doing some wonderful new research and solving some really complex problems. STEM careers offers young people the ability to ride the waves of change by not just imagining the future, but creating it. Of course, there will be obstacles, as many of my co-awardees have mentioned. And as I had in high school when one of my counselors suggested I consider a different career path besides engineering, but I knew better. So thank you.
Shanetta K. Davis is the retired Vice President and General Manager at Northrop Grumman Corporation, who recently started KVL Consulting to build and increase the STEM pipeline from primary school through college. Nancy Stewart is Senior Vice President and Chief Technology Officer of Walmart's Information Systems Division, in charge of the company's internal infrastructure and technology, including worldwide operations. Previously at IBM, she was the first black female to hold a vice president's position and was responsible for a $600 million information technology budget.
The performance art that is ballet originated in the Italian Renaissance courts of the 15th century and was further developed in France, Russia, and the United States. The recent, more popularized form incorporates modern dance while staying true to classical ballet's discipline and structure. Here to present a dynamic fusion of modern, classical, ethnic, and spiritual dance from the company of the nationally acclaimed Dallas Black Dance Theater are Amber Merrick and Claude Alexander. Ladies and gentlemen, now for our traditional passing the torch remarks, please welcome last year's Technologist of the Year, Vice President of the Office of the Customer for AT&T, Sarita D. Rao.
Good evening, and my heartfelt congratulations to our 2012 Technologist of the Year, Senior Vice President of Engineering, Development, and Technology for General Dynamic Land Systems, General Dynamics Corporation, Sonya Sepahban. While it's easy and natural for us to be drawn into the aura that accompanies receiving these awards, and I'm most grateful for having received mine last year, there's so much more going on here. The Women of Color Conference is a big picture event of great significance. I say that because this is a forum where we can come together to innovate, share best practices, and become thought leaders we were meant to be for our country, our companies, and ourselves. We are the waves of change that advance innovation. We are the architects of invention that propel technology forward. And this collective power drives the engine that creates oceans of opportunities for us and for upcoming generations. We're also empowered by the fortitude and grace as expressed by our honorees tonight. Theirs are not acceptance remarks. What we've heard throughout this evening are their personal stories of strength in the face of adversity, of positivity in the shadows of discouragement, and resolve above all else. We can all relate. We have all been there. Tonight, it is my great honor to pass the proverbial torch to a most deserving recipient. Here to introduce her, please welcome back the Senior Vice President of Human Resources and Administration for General Dynamics Corporation, Walter Oliver. Thank you.
During more than 3 decades in aerospace and defense industry, Sonya Sepahban has brilliantly made her mark in advancing science and technology. Today, she leads all engineering programs for our $4.6 billion General Dynamics Land Systems organization with 10,000 employees worldwide. She said when she first joined General Dynamics, she wanted to improve and help save lives of warfighters, and she did. Her responsibility for driving technology within our organization's engineering function led to the development and design of solutions for rapid product launches, such as the Stryker Double V Hull Maneuver Collaboration Center. The Stryker Double V Hull is an innovative vehicle design that has drastically reduced by order of magnitude the number of casualties from roadside bombs among our combat troops. The Maneuver Collaboration Center is an effort to institutionalize that process that was created for that solution. Once an aspiring astronaut, her prophetic career spans government, domestic and international industries, building aircraft, manned and unmanned space systems. She spent 10 years at NASA, where she worked on programs including the Space Shuttle, the International Space Station, and the Crew Rescue Vehicle. She led a Euro-Japanese, NASA, Russian team as project manager for the Crew Escape Capsule. This was responsible for successfully modifying the Russian Soyuz capsule as a lifeboat for the astronauts orbiting in our space station. At Northrop Grumman, her significant accomplishments in space technology culminated in the appointment as Vice President of Mission Excellence and Chief Engineer for Northrop Grumman Space Technology. Over 12 years, she was led improvements in systems engineering processes across space technology programs, business and technology development. As president and vice president of the technology development process, she was responsible for identifying and acquiring technology space for exploration initiatives. This multicultural, trilingual daughter of immigrant parents, is a consummate leader who is committed to diversity, education, and community. She has served on multiple boards of organizations where the mission is to develop leadership capabilities for women and minorities and guide our youth to careers to follow in STEM. She encourages oncoming generations to remember that engineering is a great adventure, and no one knows that better than Sonya. On the behalf of General Dynamics, we are proud to present the 2012 Women of Color Technologist of the Year, Sonya Sepahban.
Shakespeare of your time, you inspire me. The way you make me feel inside's amazing. Your honesty, your artistry's engaging. You are everything we want to be. You have touched my soul. We want you to know you are a hero. Yeah. You've got so much soul, to put it plain and simple. You are wonderful.
Good evening. It's truly an honor to accept this award on behalf of my engineering team at General Dynamics Land Systems. We have made our own waves of change and seized upon oceans of opportunity with a single-minded focus on the challenges our military faces at the front lines, and on the solutions that our customers need and expect of us around the world. What drives us and causes the level of innovation that is being recognized tonight is our passion. Our passion for doing everything we can to make warfighters around the world safer and as operationally effective as possible. The theme of this event takes me back to my childhood, where change and diversity were the only constants in my life. These changes took me from Philadelphia, where I was born, to immigrant parents, to cities across 3 continents that were halfway around the world. My parents came from as diverse backgrounds as you could possibly imagine. My father was a brilliant engineer. By the time I was born, he already had several patents and many technical accomplishments. But it was my mother, an incredibly talented and passionate artist, who insisted that I should pursue my passion for STEM. She has inspired and encouraged me throughout my life and continues to support me throughout my career. I am very fortunate and largely credit the diversity of my non-traditional background for a natural sense of curiosity and an unwavering resolve to find solutions and to never give up. I believe curiosity is at the source of all innovation. There seems to be some concern today in our country about the slowing pace of creativity and innovation. I believe we all need to play a part in reawakening and motivating the new generation to develop the same sense of curiosity and adventure that this nation was built upon. We can make great strides in shaping and and creating a tidal wave of innovation that will carry us forward. But curiosity alone is not enough. No worthwhile innovation is ever easy. Or it would have already been done. In our complex and highly interconnected world, it's imperative that we connect the dots and see the whole picture. It's becoming more and more difficult, perhaps impossible, to solve problems in isolation. In fact, a common factor in environments that breed innovation seems to be openness and collaboration. I am truly blessed to have grown up in a family with a tribal-like devotion to each other, shared values, and a common purpose, where it seemed unthinkable to go it alone in any aspect of our lives. I believe this has been at the root of my collaborative bent. Years later, when I was considering an engineering graduate program overseas, I realized how fortunate we are for the openness and flexibility that are the hallmarks of our nation, and indeed attract the best and the brightest to this country. Sometimes, however, it seems we may be getting away from this spirit of collaboration when we see the highly partisan behaviors displayed publicly. We must get back to the key ingredient that has made this country great, leveraging the rich diversity of our cultures. We must encourage and support collaboration in any shape and form, anywhere, and anytime we can. So, to summarize, I believe there are two essential ingredients to successfully ride the waves of change and take advantage of oceans of opportunity. They are curiosity and collaboration. I am truly delighted to be before you, and I thank you again for this honor. I am also thankful for my family, especially my mother and my dear son, who are my best friends, my outstanding team at General Dynamics, and this great country of ours. God bless. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much.